Beneath the profound beauty we so often admire, our planet harbors raw forces capable of erasing our entire existence in the blink of an eye. From the crushing pressures of the deep sea to silent electrical displays high above us, these are the untamed expressions of Earth's true, terrifying might. For this inaugural segment of Unreal Earth, we begin our perilous journey into the countdown, revealing the 10 most unexpectedly lethal natural events known to humankind. We start our intense exploration at number 10, with an electrical anomaly that defies simple explanation and has been reported by terrified pilots for centuries. Prepare yourself for ball lightning, a luminous, free-floating sphere of plasma energy that manifests seemingly out of thin air, sometimes even indoors. Scientists still fiercely debate its exact chemical composition, but witnessing one of these strange, slow-moving orbs firsthand is an experience very few survive to recount. Moving swiftly along the list, our 9th position is reserved for a silent, watery menace that perpetually lurks in the vast, empty canvas of the open ocean. We now face the terrifying reality of the rogue wave, a solitary, impossible giant that rises without any warning to completely dwarf even the largest modern cargo vessels. These sudden walls of water can be 2 or even 3 times the surrounding sea height, instantly snapping hulls in half long before any distress signal can even begin to transmit. This is only the very beginning of the planet's most formidable challenges, so hold tight as we prepare for the next terrifying reveal in Part 2. Moving on from the immediate seismic shock, we must consider the ground's eerie ability to suddenly behave like a liquid. This phenomenon, known as soil liquefaction, occurs when intense shaking causes saturated, loose sediment to temporarily lose all its strength. Underneath the solid surface, the water pressure builds up so intensely that the soil particles essentially float apart. Structures built on this temporarily fluidized ground can suddenly sink, tilt, or even completely collapse sideways into the earth. Identifying these vulnerable subsurface zones before construction is absolutely critical for future urban resilience planning. Shifting our focus skyward now, another increasingly common threat is the powerful atmospheric trap we call a heat dome. A heat dome forms when a persistent area of high pressure essentially acts like a giant lid, preventing cooler air from moving in. This atmospheric stagnation traps scorching air near the surface, allowing temperatures to climb to dangerously unprecedented levels over days or even weeks. The sustained extreme heat places immense strain on power grids, water supplies, and critically, human and animal health. Understanding the mechanics behind these slowly developing but devastating events is key to preparing our communities for what is next. To continue our journey through the planet's most extreme phenomena, let's jump right into the next astonishing event on our list. Our number 8 spot is reserved for the truly unbelievable Catatumbo lightning storm, found only in Venezuela. This unique meteorological event occurs persistently over the massive Catatumbo River Delta, where it meets Lake Maracaibo. Imagine nearly 10 hours of continuous lightning every single night, flashing hundreds of times per minute without a single clap of thunder. It is a perpetual electrical show that creates a powerful, localized ozone layer, making it one of the planet's most consistent natural light sources. Now, shifting gears from electrical wonder to terrestrial destruction, we move on to the terrifying geological hazard known as lahars. Lahars, which might sound unfamiliar, are essentially volcanic mudflows that pose a massive threat to communities near active volcanoes. These flows are created when volcanic ash and rock mix with water, either from heavy rain, melting glaciers, or crater lakes. Once mobilized, these thick, concrete-like slurries can travel at incredible speeds, often following river valleys far from the actual mountain. Their sheer density and speed mean they can bury entire towns in minutes, making them an exceptionally unpredictable and devastating force. This chilling phenomenon begins high in the atmosphere, where supercells start to spin with unimaginable energy. The rotation tightens, dropping a colossal, debris-filled funnel directly toward the unsuspecting ground below. These apex predators of the sky tear through entire neighborhoods, as if they were nothing more than toys scattered carelessly. Tracking these unpredictable monsters requires immense courage as they shift direction with terrifying, instant speed. Shifting our focus now to the depths, an oceanic upheaval can trigger a silent, massive threat far beneath the waves. Miles from shore, what appears as a slight rise in the water escalates into a moving mountain range of pure kinetic force. Propelled by the energy of the planet's crust, this monolithic wall of water races across the entire basin at jet plane speeds. As it finally makes landfall, that seemingly distant horizon disappears behind an unforgiving, roaring cascade. There is virtually no escaping the sheer volume, an unrelenting power that floods everything in its path with terrible finality. These are nature's ultimate extremes, forces that constantly remind us who truly commands this precarious world. We've explored many of Earth's most terrifying phenomena, but two geological events stand out for their sheer, instantaneous destructive power. First, let's examine the relentless, searing rush that is the pyroclastic flow, a truly inescapable curtain of doom. Imagine superheated clouds of ash, gas, and rock fragments surging down a mountainside at highway speeds, often exceeding 450 miles per hour. These flows are incredibly dense, burying everything in their path under hundreds of feet of superheated debris in mere moments. The temperature within these deadly avalanches can reach over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, instantly vaporizing anything organic caught within the heat front. Survivors are virtually unheard of once engulfed, as the sheer force and thermal energy leave no room for escape or recovery. Witnessing the devastation left behind, one truly grasps the concept of nature's unyielding, immediate fury. But even these terrifying flows pale in comparison to the ultimate geological catastrophe, the eruption of a supervolcano. These are not just large mountains spewing lava. They are subterranean engines capable of reshaping the entire planet's climate. A super eruption unleashes hundreds of cubic miles of material, dwarfing any event recorded in human history by orders of magnitude. The resulting ash plume can blot out the sun for months, triggering a volcanic winter that plunges the globe into deep, prolonged cold. Global crop failures become an immediate and terrifying reality, challenging the very foundation of our complex, interconnected food supply. The scale of devastation is not regional. It is a truly existential threat capable of collapsing civilization as we know it. Looking at these monumental forces, from a mountain's fiery breath to the deep tremors beneath the crust, a humbling truth becomes apparent. Our most advanced technology, our massive cities, and our carefully constructed societies are built upon a thin, fragile shell. We are utterly dependent on the planet remaining relatively stable, a condition that is, geologically speaking, only temporary. The Earth does not negotiate or compromise. It simply acts according to its ancient, powerful laws. So, remember that beneath all the noise of modern life, the true masters of this domain are the silent, slumbering giants waiting patiently beneath our feet.